School didn't prepare you for life. It prepared you for obedience. It taught you how to sit still, how to wait for instructions, how to be quiet even when your head was screaming. It didn't teach you how to think. It taught you how to conform. You weren't taught how to build wealth. You were taught how to write an application for leave of absence. You weren't taught how to understand your emotions. You were told to focus on studies when your world was falling apart. You weren't taught how to say no. You were taught how to say yes, sir. You ever wonder why it felt like a prison? Because it was. Uniforms, timetables, attendance, permission to drink water, permission to speak. You weren't learning, you were being conditioned. And if you didn't follow the system, you were a bad student. You were lazy. You were distracted. But no one asked why you were distracted. No one asked why you hated waking up. No one asked why school made you feel like you were never enough. Because they didn't care. They were too busy teaching the next chapter in the syllabus no one remembers. You graduated, you followed the rules, and you still feel lost. Because now you're out in the real world. No teacher, no grading system, no 3-hour exams. Just anxiety, burnout, confusion, pressure. You scroll past 10 motivational reels a day just to get out of bed. You tell your parents you're figuring things out while you're silently falling apart. Your degree can't land you a job because now even jobs want 5 years experience for an entry-level role. The syllabus that was so important, it's irrelevant the second you walk into the real world. Nobody taught you how to pay bills. Nobody taught you how to set boundaries. Nobody taught you how to handle loneliness or breakups or guilt. But hey, at least you know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? Let me say it clearly. The education system wasn't created to make you powerful. It was created to make you predictable. They didn't want leaders, they wanted followers. They didn't want creators, they wanted workers. They didn't want original thinkers. They wanted factory-made minds that say yes to anything. You know what school actually trains you to do? Follow rules you don't understand. Fear failure, wait for permission. Hate mistakes, numb your creativity. Stay in line even when it hurts. And now you're out of that system. And your brain still acts like it's trapped inside it. You overthink every decision. You feel guilty for resting. You apologize for not being productive every second. You compare yourself to everyone else and feel like you're losing. Not because you're broken, but because you were trained to live in fear. 12 years of training, and what do you walk away with? A certificate, a head full of facts you'll never use, and 0 real-life tools. You don't know how to heal. You don't know how to build. You don't know how to deal with life because they never taught you how. They wanted you confused, so you'd keep chasing jobs, degrees, and validation instead of freedom. Let me ask you, why weren't we taught how to communicate in relationships? Why weren't we taught how to deal with grief or loneliness? Why weren't we taught how to start a business? Or manage our money? Or fix our attention span? Because they didn't want you to be independent. They wanted you to be manageable. So what now? You rebuild yourself, but this time, you do it for real. Not in a school, not in a classroom, not through a certificate. It starts with burning down the lies they fed you. Unlearn every lie that's holding you back. You don't need to be perfect to be valuable. You don't need permission to speak, to try, or to fail. You don't need a degree to be successful. You don't need to follow a path that makes you miserable. School made you think mistakes are failure, but in real life, mistakes are required. You don't learn by sitting still. You learn by getting punched, failing, bleeding, and trying again. Relearn what they should have taught you. Learn how your mind actually works. Learn how to focus in a world full of distractions. Learn how to regulate emotions when you're overwhelmed. Learn how to talk to people without fear. Learn how to stop scrolling and start building. These are not bonus skills. They are survival. Rebuild the skills that actually build a life. Let's make this so simple even school can't confuse it. Learn these 5 things and you win at life. Emotional control, so you stop overreacting to everything. Deep focus, so you finally get something done. Clear communication, so you can speak, lead, and connect with people. Money skills, so you never have to panic when rent is due. Unshakable confidence, so you can stop begging the world to approve of you. Now, build your own education map. No more random motivation. No more fake productivity. You want to fix your life? You sit down and you build your own damn curriculum. Let me make this stupid clear. If school didn't give you the skills you actually need, you build the education system they never gave you. Here's how it works. You break your life into 5 real subjects. Not math, not biology, but the things that actually determine whether you succeed or stay stuck. Let's go. Subject 1. Mind. Learn how to manage your own head. If you don't control your thoughts will control you. Go to YouTube, read books, journal daily. Ask yourself, what am I thinking? Why am I spiraling? What emotion keeps knocking me out? No mental reps equals no peace. This is your new gym. Subject 2. Money. Because if you don't understand money, you'll always be someone else's slave. Track every rupee, read one finance book, watch earning, saving, investing videos. Write down every chai, every recharge, every bro I'll pay later. Master it or stay stuck. Subject 3. Focus. You're not lazy. You've been dopamine drained. Retrain your brain, read deep work. Kill distractions. Use the Pomodoro method. 25-minute work, 5-minute break. Time it, track it, take control. Subject 4. Skills. This is your income, your leverage. Pick one high-value skill: copywriting, design, video, sales, coding. Doesn't matter. Learn it online, practice daily, start. Suck. Keep going, freelance. Stop waiting for jobs, create your own. Subject 5. Self. The most important class of all. Learn how to heal. Understand your trauma, your triggers, your truth. Listen to podcasts, reflect. And every day, do one uncomfortable thing. Speak up. Set a boundary. Say no. Rest without guilt. Start something before you feel ready. This is how you rebuild your identity. Not who school told you to be, but who you actually are. That's your real education. That's your new classroom. And guess what? You're not waiting for attendance. You're not asking for permission. You're not getting graded. You pass when? Your mind is clear. Your money is under control. Your focus is fire. Your skills make you free. Your self-worth stops needing a scoreboard. This is your real classroom now. No grading system, no deadline, no exam. You pass when your life actually starts working, when your mind gets quieter, when you stop needing permission to be yourself. Create instead of consume. Every time you create something, a journal, a post, a business, an idea, you reject the system that tried to silence you. They trained you to consume, to obey, to memorize. Real power comes when you build. You don't need to know everything, you just need to start. Here are my final words. You were never the problem. You were trained to believe you were. You weren't slow, you weren't stupid, you weren't weak. You were put through a system designed to break your fire, then blame you for the ashes. But now, it's your turn. You unlearn. You relearn. You rebuild. And this time, you don't need permission. No principal, no professor, no certificate, just you. And the life that was waiting for you all along. This time, you don't graduate with a paper. You graduate with power.